everyone, Mike here, and I just got home from seeing Hard Eyes. Now, I am a big fan of slashers, especially like the 80s ones, like, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Sleepaway Camp. So, I'm kind of happy about the bit of a resurgence that slasher films have been getting. We're starting to see them come back again. I'm kind of happy about it because I enjoy them. So, Hard Eyes. I'll be honest, it was not bad. I don't think it was terrible. I don't think it was spectacular. It wasn't bad. Um, Initially, it fell into one of the problems that I tend to have with a lot of slasher movies as they went on. Slasher movies would always have some characters that were unlikable. That was just, part of the charm. But it started reaching the point where it's like, our big selling point is the killer. So we're just going to make everybody unlikable so that the only thing people are really enjoying is seeing the killer take them out. And I get that. But I enjoy having some characters that I can cheer on, aside from the killer. Admittedly, it is kind of fun sometimes to root for the killer, but I want to be able to see these characters and cheer them on as they're trying to escape or trying to fight back. And initially, I was getting a little concerned because we were getting a lot of very unlikable characters. Most of our side characters were pretty unlikable, except for our two police detectives. They were kind of fun. And, well, I'll get to that when I get into the spoiler stuff. I'm going to stick to non-spoiler right now. Our two main characters I found kind of irritating for a while. The actors had good chemistry with each other, but their characters were kind of getting on my nerves and were kind of unlikable until the point where they had a good heart-to-heart with each other. And I think that helped. I found myself liking their characters a little more at that point. Another interesting thing that is always a staple for slash movies is the kills. And in this one, there were a couple unique and interesting kills. And then there were a lot of just, very kind of standard, I guess, kills. Nothing like special to them, which in fairness, you can't just come up with all these, unique over-the-top kills. This is not going to happen. Maybe would have liked a little more creativity, but again, I don't think they did bad with it. One thing that I like with slashers that have a silent killer, and this is admittedly just me, is I have a little fun with it. Because I like a little bit of humor in my slasher films. That's one of the reasons I'm a big fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, because they have the little elements of humor. And sometimes I add my own. Because a lot of times with silent killers, I will kind of make up dialogue for them, which usually just ends up being very snarky and sarcastic. I had a lot of fun actually doing that with Terrifier 3. Making up Art's dialogue was a lot of fun. And I had similar fun with this. Coming up with snarky comments for the hard-eyed killer as he was doing his thing was a lot of fun. So yeah, I did enjoy the movie. I don't think it was spectacular. I'd be interested in seeing if they decide to do a sequel. But we'll have to wait and see on that. All right, now I'm going to get into spoiler territory. So if you don't want to be spoiled, this is where you'll want to end the video. All right, first of all, the cops being named Hobbs and Shaw. Admittedly, I haven't even seen that movie, but I got the joke, and It wasn't like a spectacular one, but it was a kind of a, that's funny. Um, our killers, of course, the one being the Detective Shaw, but of course, it wasn't just her. And that's another interesting thing here is you get the masked killer, and then it's revealed it's actually more than one person. In this case, technically three. We had the Detective Shaw. We had the IT guy who was at the police station. Daniel? David? Began with a D, I don't remember. um, the two of them, and the two of them were a couple, which actually, when it went past what I thought they were going to do, I was expecting kind of your typical, oh, the killer is somebody who has been um, cheated on or has given up on love and or is jealous, somebody single who's against the idea of love and is thus killing couples. No, these two are a couple themselves, and they just have a really, disgusting fetish of killing happy couples together. And but I mentioned there was a third. Of course, this is just some. I was gonna say some random guy, but Squeak, stop rubbing against the stop rubbing against my tripod. They it was just they said his name, but I don't remember what it was. But it's this random guy that was basically a fanboy of the Hard Eyes Killers. So they got him to join with them, kind of, and he basically had a scene at the drive-in where he's doing all the killing there before he gets killed off, and you think, of course, then that the story's over until it's revealed that he was not even the real killer. Um, Lost my train of thought there. I do like the twist of the multiple killers. I think, of course, the most famous version of that is Scream, but I don't think it was bad. I don't think they did a terrible job with doing the multiple killers thing. And again, it went against my expectations for what the killer was. It turned out to literally just be two people with a really disgusting kink. I did like, as I said, some of the kills. The wine press kill was pretty creative, and the tire iron double kill thing was fairly creative. Other than that, it was mostly just like shooting people with crossbow and stabbing people. Okay, but yeah, in general, like I said, I thought it was pretty decent. Not the best slash movie I've seen out there, but certainly not the worst either. Yeah, so if you want to check it out, there you go. Well, assuming you decide to take my word for it. That's all I've got on this one. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe. It does a lot to help me out. And until next time.